Do you remember what happened 6 years ago in Fukushima? You know, the place that's just a wasteland of radiation now, and there's nothing but hordes of radioactive boars running around? Well, let me enlighten you. Basically, there was a giant-ass earthquake that caused a tsunami, which caused a meltdown of 3 of the reactors at their nuclear power plant, also killing approximately 18,000 people and leveling 1 million buildings. 1 million buildings. 1 million buildings. I mean, that can't be right. Was there really 1 million buildings? And did they all get leveled? That's insane. The World Trade Center tragedy had 2 buildings. Big buildings, but 2. Fukushima had 1 million buildings demolished? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because they've just announced recently that they're actually forcing people to move back to parts of Fukushima. Now, they are given a decision, but they're taking away their housing subsidies. So, I mean, they can stay where they are if they want, but can they afford it? Should they get jobs? I don't really fully know their situation. All I know is they're basically saying, look, we're not paying you to live where you are now, so you got to go back to your radioactive wasteland. I mean, they can say whatever they want to convince them that it's safe to live there now, but the fear is kind of justified because they're still demolishing the plant. In fact, they say it's going to take them about 40 years to demolish the whole thing. And it's not all of Fukushima. It's like certain places that apparently they're deeming safe to live now. But at the same time, the professionals are not deeming it safe to live there now. It's the politics. They're basically telling them that we're not paying for you to live where you are now, so go back, go home. The sad thing is, that's not even my biggest interest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I super feel bad for the people in the situation, all the people that died, the people that lost their homes, and now they're being forced back to live in a radioactive wasteland. My biggest interest is these boars. As I mentioned earlier, the whole place has now been taken over by hordes of radioactive boars. And they apparently have no fear of humans, so I don't even know what's going to go down. I'm just waiting to see some crazy videos on WorldStar. This decision is going to affect the entire future of the entire world, starting in Fukushima. So let's say people move back, and they're living peacefully with these radioactive boars. The radiation starts getting to everybody. Everybody's acting weird, everybody's all messed up. All it's going to take is one Fukushima resident to have crazy bestiality sex with one of these radioactive boars. That's all it's going to take. He's not going to be safe about it, he's not going to wear a condom, and he's not going to pull out. And guess what? They're going to have a baby, because science. And bam! Orcs. We're gonna have fucking orcs on planet Earth now. That's what's gonna happen. So my advice to everybody, I would highly suggest you invest in swords, shields, armor, all that kind of medieval stuff to pass down to your grandchildren's grandchildren, because orcs will take over. They absolutely will. And eventually, the whole world is going to be a radioactive wasteland because we're just going to bomb the hell out of each other. And then years and years down the road, if humanity survives, we're all going to be pretty dumb. And nobody's going to develop any sort of weaponry that we have today. Basically, what I'm saying is in a couple of decades, we'll be living a real-life World of Warcraft. I'm talking orcs, I'm talking trolls, I'm talking elves, aka white people, I'm talking high elves, aka rich white people, all fighting sword and shield for the greater good, all because of Fukushima. Well, and tsunamis and earthquakes. So that's news today. I'm out.